Today we're going to talk a little bit about ferrules, some broadheads. This may end up being a 2 or 3 part video, but right here I have I just grabbed an old field point I found in the shop. This is your typical field point mainly, threads, ferrule point, very basic. Screw it in. Simple, right? Sometimes simple is complicated. So, why is simple complicated? Because of the errors it can cause for you as a shooter. As I screw this head in, I hope you could see, we get movement in the ferrule or in the insert all the way till I still getting movement. Until I make contact. You might want to try this with some of your field points at home if you can't see it. I'm sure some of them, maybe all of them will do it. Now I got it all the way tight. So there it becomes snug. But the problem is we don't know that this ferrule has a common center, or what I would call concentric, with the insert. Meaning if it's favoring one side or the other, just to make it simple, it would perform like an unbalanced tire. And we don't want that in rotational flight when the arrow is spinning. So Firenock has a patent on a double O-ring system, which is that. And when we start screwing this point in, if I can hold it, you start screwing this point in, automatically it gets snug even on the first one. Ain't wiggling nothing. So I screw it in all the way, and the technology is that those double O-rings center the ferrule in the insert that's on your shaft. What that does is basically balances the tire. So we have a concentric fit in your insert. This is ideal in terms of accuracy and less energy loss. Mostly every archer that I know anyway, personally, with this type of field point right here, after pulling it out of a target, you have to usually tighten up the insert. The question is, where did it come loose? Did it come loose on launch, in flight, on impact of the target? No, at any point, it's not good, because when this starts to come loose, even if it's that much and we start to get weeble wobble, that expends energy. And it also can make your arrow oscillate more. So you end up losing efficiency the more you get downrange with this system. Even when it's loose, just say you're going through the animal and it'll expend energy even going through the animal. That's something we really don't want to happen. So there's this type of ferrule design with the double O-ring design. Seats your head concentric with the insert, and it's a snug fit. Me personally, I have never had to pull a target or a field tip out of a target and retighten it, or had issues with anything really coming loose. That right there for me was just great in itself, because I can't stand shooting some arrows and having to tighten up the point systems every time. So that technology is found on all Firenock's heads, and as far as I know, it's also found on all the Ramcat. Firenock license the technology to Ramcat. They also have the double O-ring system on their head. This is the SBG head. If you ever looked at a Ramcat package, you'll see right on the, usually it's right on the bottom corner, or at least on my pack anyway, right on the corner, Firenock Fact Technology. So that is a big advantage in ferrule insert combination right there, to how these heads get seated in terms of having an efficient broadhead downrange. This is a big help on this technology. So Firenock has the patent on this. We do offer all these heads. We carry Ramcat, real nice head, and we carry all Firenock's heads, of course, being a Firenock dealer. I will have a part 2 and maybe a part 3 broadheads coming up after this. I'll go over probably gyro based heads. We'll get into the new swing blade from Firenock. I have 2 versions of that right now. I got 100 grains on the way. I got 125 and 75 grain. So do check in when I have this, when I get done this video and upload it onto YouTube. I should have the links below when I get the other videos done. They'll be posted in the link section in the description part. Do feel free to check out my website, www.vitallimits.com. There is a Simple Tech info page on there. I got some stuff on there. I'm not sure off the top of my head right now if I have anything on there with broadheads. If not, I will. Might be in videos. Might be this video. But go check it out. If you have any questions, put them in the comments. Send me a PM. Do my best to help you out. All right? Thanks.